The robber suddenly put down his rifle, then he pulled out the dagger strapped to his chest. With graceful steps he moved closer to his companion. At the same time he signaled the hostages to stay quiet. This strange behavior left all the hostages confused. But just then, another robber seemed to notice something odd. He turned his head but saw nothing unusual. Under the terrified yet puzzled eyes of the hostages, the robber placed his rifle on the ground. Then he pressed the dagger against his companion's neck. He gently propped his companion's body against the counter. Under the watchful, confused stares of the hostages, he walked back into the hall. Then he suddenly lay down on the floor. While the hostages struggled to understand what was happening, a robber who had stepped away to use the restroom returned. He saw two companions lifeless before him. Panicked, he rushed to check on the one slumped over the counter. But that companion had long gone to meet God, so he quickly checked the companion lying on the floor. That one also looked unconscious. Seeing no wounds on him, the robber hurried to check if he still had a heartbeat. What he didn't know was that the robber on the ground had already opened his eyes. After pushing the robber aside, the man rose smoothly to his feet. Turns out he wasn't a robber at all, but a top agent who had just finished a mission. On vacation, he had been unexpectedly caught up in this mall hostage crisis. Looking at the innocent hostages before him, as a top agent he could never just stand by. He quickly stripped off the robber's body armor and tactical gear. While removing the uniform, he explained the situation to the hostages. Then he stuffed the gear into a locker and blended in among the hostages. Soon the other robbers, sensing something was wrong, entered the hall where the hostages were held. Seeing their fallen companions, they angrily demanded to know what had happened. Just then the man raised his hand and claimed he knew something. Amid the confused looks of the crowd, the robbers led him into the surveillance room. The moment he walked in, he came face to face with the leader. The leader reassured him, as long as they found who killed the robbers, they would release him immediately. After saying this, the leader went next door to negotiate with police. But bringing the man to the surveillance room would become his biggest mistake. When he returned from threatening the police, he found all his men lying on the floor. Before he could react, the man suddenly attacked, knocked him down, and snatched the grenade from his belt. He pulled the pin, calmly tossed it beside the leader, and casually picked up his backpack before walking out. When the leader got back on his feet, he saw the man glaring at him arrogantly. Then the man put on a mask and slipped back in among the robbers. But the man didn't expect that the grenade's fuse would be so long. The leader took the chance to empty out a fridge and hide inside. During the wait before the explosion, he immediately called his men to capture the man. Meanwhile, completely unaware, the man strolled leisurely toward the robbers.